So back, we're talking FF7, we're talking Rebirth. We're here with an update in regards to the sales of Rebirth. Specifically, this is the sales of the game in the US. And they also have something for the Kingdom Hearts franchise. The update that we have in terms of the sales for Rebirth is that it's the 4th best-selling game in the US this year, behind, in order, Helldivers 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, and Dragon's Dogma 2. We're going to read over this Eurogamer article really quickly. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is the 4th top-selling game in the US so far this year, behind the likes of Helldivers 2 and Dragon's Dogma 2. That's according to sales tracking from numbers company Circana. Helldivers 2 takes the top spot, which isn't too surprising considering its massive success. It reportedly sold over 8 million copies in its first month. It was PlayStation's biggest launch on Steam. Dragon's Dogma 2, meanwhile, has performed favorably according to Capcom, leading to a boost in the company's expected profits. It sold 2.5 million copies in under 2 weeks. With the FF7 Rebirth, however, its exact sales are yet to be announced by Square Enix, which has led to plenty of speculation as to how well it's sold. But while its sales numbers aren't public, even its place in the chart behind 2 lower-budget niche hits is surprising. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, unsurprisingly, is in second place behind Helldivers 2. Last month, industry analyst Daniel Ahmad claimed Rebirth had sold about half the sales of its predecessor Remake and was said to be underperforming sales-wise. Now, analyst Matt Piscatella has offered some further context on Rebirth sales. It might be the 4th best-selling game in the US this year, but it's 14th in lifetime sales for all Final Fantasy games in the US. Further, its sales are down by a double-digit percentage when compared to Remake over the same period, Piscatella told GameFile. What's more, Rebirth sales are also down a double-digit percentage compared to Final Fantasy XVI, which Square Enix described as extremely strong. So obviously this is just in the US, but still interesting to look at. And in regards to Dragon's Dogma 2, like obviously that game came out on multiple platforms at launch, and in Rebirth's defense, if we will, it's only on one platform, right? At least as of right now. Obviously we talked about this somewhat often here recently. Rebirth is in a weird place. We don't know the exact numbers on it, but according to Piscatella, he said later on in the IGN interview that the sales aren't amazing, but also nowhere near terrible, whatever that means. One of these days we'll know exactly what the sales figures are for Rebirth. Maybe, Square Enix will come out and say something eventually, but everything seems to be saying that it's kind of underperforming. Anyways, moving on from that, the Kingdom Hearts stuff. You may have seen this because it's like a few days old at this point, but there's going to be a Kingdom Hearts movie. And I think more recently we've heard that it might be a blend of live action and CGI, everybody's favorite thing ever. I've seen this come from multiple sources, so I'm not sure what the exact original source is, but I've seen it be Daniel RPK on Twitter, like through his Patreon, I think is where he dropped the information. And then also like the Dis Insider, which when I went to the website, they're like a Disney insider. There's not a whole lot here to really talk about in terms of me. Like I'm not like the biggest Kingdom Hearts fan. I'd say I'm like a very casual fan. I played Kingdom Hearts 1 a few times growing up, and then I've tried to play it here more recently. And then back when Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, I played that. I never played the second game, and I've said it before on the channel, but I don't have a reason why I never played the second game, because I really, really enjoyed the first game when I was younger. I just, for some reason, never played the second game. But I'm like kind of a casual Kingdom Hearts fan, so this is a little weird. I don't know what it'd be. Like, if you're doing a Kingdom Hearts movie, what is it? Is it adding to the lore, or is it like going back to like Kingdom Hearts 1 and like you're making a live action of that, live action / CGI of that? Is it something new, something old? The live action, is it going to be the fucking Kingdom Hearts characters? Are they trying to make a live action Sora? Because I sure as fuck don't want to see that. Without knowing what this is exactly, like if they want to do some sort of like fish out of water, maybe Kingdom Hearts characters in the real world, as long as you keep the Kingdom Hearts characters looking like CGI, kind of cartoony, like that's fine. As long as like, Sora, Donald Goofy, Riku, whoever looks kind of like they do in the video game, then like we're fine. But if you're trying to like make like them look realistic, kind of weird. So I don't know. And I mean, in terms of like the live action shit too, like we see with the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer that, Sora wakes up in like Quadratum, which obviously this is a video game, so it looks like a video game. But I mean, that's supposed to be kind of like the real world. I mean, I think I don't know the lore exactly. It's like maybe like another dimension or world or something. I'm not entirely sure, but it looks realistic, right? Humans and cars and stuff like that. So maybe it's going to be something that ties into Kingdom Hearts 4, ties into the Quadratum stuff. I don't know entirely. That's just a guess. No, this is just a rumor. Like them potentially making a movie for the Kingdom Hearts franchise isn't that surprising to me because, for one, they're quite experimental when it comes to Kingdom Hearts, right? But they've been, making lore forever for this franchise since the early 2000s, and they've been on all kinds of different platforms. Sometimes these stories or games are, at least initially, were exclusive to platforms like Game Boy Advance, PSP, Nintendo DS, mobile phones, things like that, right? So it wouldn't be surprising for me to see like Nomura and them want to venture into maybe making a movie, whatever that might be. Also, it kind of all makes sense to me too, because obviously Kingdom Hearts is a Disney property, and here lately, for the last several years now, they've been making these like kind of realistic looking like remakes of classic Disney movies. So there's something there that kind of makes sense about this kind of live action CGI potential Kingdom Hearts movie. It's kind of it for the video, just kind of a lighter, quicker news video today, something about Rebirth, but also Kingdom Hearts, which we don't talk about too much on the channel, but I do enjoy the franchise, even though I haven't like kept up with every little thing or played all the shit or whatever. I do like the franchise, and I am periodically going back and trying to play through it, but I just kind of get distracted and play other games, and then I got to come back, a few months later and try to play through Kingdom Hearts again. So what are your thoughts? The Rebirth cells, I mean, it's an update, but we've talked about the Rebirth shit here pretty often. But in regards to Kingdom Hearts potentially having a movie, but also potentially a live-action / CGI movie, what are your thoughts? Anyways, that's the video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Social works in the description below. Follow me on Twitter, @DaveYT. That's it. Bye.
Used to care what people thought, but now I care more, and nobody out here's got it figured out. So therefore, I've lost all hope of a happy ending, depending on whether or not it's worth it. So insecure, no one's perfect. We spend it with no shame. We blow that like Coltrane. We in here like Logain, or leave it like Cobain.